Hi, I'm T. Okay, my coming out story was a little bit fun. So I grew up a little queer Catholic kid in Oahu, Hawaii, with a Puerto Rican mom and a Samoan dad. Not very great for anyone who knows, you know. But I came out when I was in high school, and I came out as bi to friends in middle school. And I came out in high school, and I still remember telling my mom, because it was the first thing she told me was always, I still wish you were straight. And it's the hardest thing I think I heard from her, because I could tell how she meant it and the love she wanted for me, because she knew how bad it was, and she didn't quite know what to make of it. And it still haunts me a lot, if I'm being honest. Our relationship's gotten a lot better through the years, and I think the latest thing she told me, I've been dating my partner, and we're both trans. I use she, he, my partner uses he, they. And she's been learning how to use his pronouns and making sure she's being as affirming as possible. And she's been trying to learn a lot through the years. And she was the first person who gave me bus money to go to my first Pride on Island after I came out, as much grief as we've had. But last summer I was trying to figure out how to come out to my extended family on Island, because that one's relatively traditional in a lot of ways. And I remember there was this moment of us sitting in her car, and we were just talking, and she looked at me while I was like crying over how to tell like my grandma everything, and she had just looked at me, and it was the first time we really talk about me being queer since 5 years, I think, since I came out at that point. And for anyone who lives in Hawaii and grew up, I think in a similar way to how I did, everyone knows the big thing is feeling like you're ashamed, and it's always feeling shame about everything and who you are. And she looked at me and she was like, you have nothing to be ashamed of. And you love Liv, my partner. He's like, you love Liv, and Liv loves you, and you're the happiest I've ever seen you, and there's no shame to be had. And I moved here recently, properly to Salem, and her first question was, would I be in a place that was supportive of, and people who could know that I was with my partner and we were both openly queer. And I think that latest reminder from this past couple of summers has always been how much better things have gotten, and how much everything moves. I know at least 6 years ago, I didn't think I would have been alive at this point. And I'm sitting here as like a college graduate in a different state than I grew up in a 2-year relationship with my partner who's also trans and queer, and it's the happiest I think I've ever been. And like my best friend is behind the camera, who's part of the reason I figured out I was fully trans. And I don't think I've ever been more grateful to be alive in these moments. And everything takes so much time. And I think I'm grateful to have given myself the time and the grace to get there. And it's the one thing I hope everyone can give themselves, is the time and the grace. Yeah.